Welcome back to the channel, good friends. Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I have my furry shop manager by my side. I did promise in the last video working on the Acura TL here that I would correct this half of the hood for the customer that I know would take care of it afterwards, and I wouldn't need to do a major correction again, maybe an enhancement years down the road, and there's room to do that here. So after the completion of that video, I promised I would do this half responsibly for a customer that I'm really not sure about. And it may go back to a customer that will return it back to this shape with swirls and scratches, going through automated or tunnel car washes, or just have an awful wash routine. So we're going to do that on this side today. Let me grab the camera and show you what we're working on here. 2009, 2010 Acura TL, the clear coat's going to be thin and soft. It's really beat up, as was the case in the last video. Scratches, swirls, etching, pine sap eating through the paint. And what we did is we did some wet sanding and polishing, multi-step correction. Now, follow this light here as I move up and down. Can you see the orange peel? If we had gone too far with the correction and with the sanding, we would have sanded it flat. There would have been no orange peel. It would have been like a mirror. We were responsible. We left enough clear coat behind just in case something happens, maybe another scratch and it needs to be worked on, or maybe 2, 3, 4 years down the road if the car is still running, an enhancement can be done. On this side, we're going to really be responsible, and we're going to do the correction as if we're giving it back to somebody who's going to take it right back through the tunnel washes and possibly have it back in this condition in no time at all. So in this case, we're going to do a one-step. You can also do an enhancement. That's not going to do a whole lot to get rid of these scratches. I'm going to guess a one-step is going to leave a lot behind as well, but there should be plenty of improvement to make a customer happy, or if it's your car, make you happy, and leave enough clear coat behind to do another correction down the road. I hope that makes sense. So I do want to show you, when it comes to a one-step, these two pads here get a lot of the work done at our shop. On harder clears, the 50/50 pad. On some softer clears, the Red Line series. And Papa Cut is an excellent one-step. I don't have 3D1, which used to be my favorite, on my cart or here at the shop. I use it up, it's gone. I don't need it anymore. That took its place. And if I really need to finish down on soft clears, which we may need to, I have it here standing by if we have to. I have the Fab Finish. I'm going to actually use both of these. So what I'll do is I'll use some tape, and we'll divide this section in half. And let's say from here to here, we'll use the 50/50 pad, Eurofiber pad. From here to here, we'll use the Red Line pad. And just for the fun of it, see what it looks like. Okay. Let's do something like this. 50/50 pad here with the Papa Cut. We'll do a crisscross pattern. We'll take our time. Papa Cut, and the Finish from Phoenix has a long open time or cycle time, so you don't need to be in a rush. Now this polisher does need to be plugged in because it's not a battery. All right. Cord up over the shoulder, and here we go. Between the 3rd and the 4th speed setting, let the polisher do the work. We'll come up on top here, do the spoiler as well. Different material, plastic, metal. And there's usually less paint or less material on the spoiler. Okay. And again, Papa Cut does have a long cycle time, so now we can complete this crisscross pattern, taking our time. No dusting. Easy to wipe off. That's why the boys' favorite here at the shop. We're overlapping the pad by 25%. Let's wipe off the residue and see what type of improvement we have here. Get rid of the tape. Yeah, it's pretty big improvement, as you would have guessed. Now there is, looking at it here, just a very, very slight haze that we would have to finish down. But we'll finish this, do this section here, and then we'll finish it down. So we're going from that to that. Some of those deeper scratches, they weren't going anywhere anyway, so don't worry about them. That area right here where the pine sap ate through the clear, don't worry about that. A little bit of hazing, but in no time at all, you'd probably get the trunk done doing a one-step in what? 5 minutes? 10 minutes? Okay, let's hop over, put another piece of tape down this side, and we'll use the all-in-one pad, foam, closed cell, European. Now it's going to be a little bit less aggressive, so let's see if that leaves some hazing behind over here, and let's see what type of improvement we make in this section. And then we can compare that section. I'll finish them both down, then we'll compare this section to this section to this section. This section got dirty again, I got to clean that up. Brand new Redline all-in-one pad. You can use it with one-steps, do an enhancement, use all-in-one polishes that have your abrasive and your protection in one formula. That's what the pad's made for. Okay, let's do this section right here. I'm anxious to see what this is going to look like. I'm going to go up towards the 4th speed setting now. Not quite there, but I'd say 3/4 of the way between the 3rd and the 4th speed setting. Overlap by 25%. Slow arm movement because we want to give Papa Cut and this pad a chance to do its work. Let me hop up on here and do the spoiler. finish the crisscross pattern. If you can, let the polisher come to rest before the rotation and oscillation comes to a complete stop. It's easier on the polisher, the gears, the backing plate, the pads, if you want your stuff to last. If not, then don't worry about it. Wipe off the residue. Now there's a difference here. Can't wait to grab you guys and show you. Now, improvement, a little bit. But we had our most improvement from that 50/50 pad, guys. So on this particular paint, the 50/50 pad would be the way to go. So I wanted to show you that. Let me clear this section up, and then we can compare this section to the section that we did some wet sanding on, and you'll probably be pretty surprised that they're closer than you thought they would be. Okay, so I finished this down, and before I walk up to it, I have a huge favor to ask. I want as many to participate down in the comment section as possible, even if you don't comment much, because this question means a lot to me. I finished this down. What I want to know is there a huge difference between this panel that we did the one step and the one where we did the wet sanding and actually a 4-step correction by the time we were all finished? Is it worth it to do that much more work when you don't know how the vehicle is going to be maintained and kept? So number one, is there that much of a difference where it's worth that much more work? And number two, would you even go that far not knowing who's going to end up with the vehicle if you're selling it, or if you're giving it back to a customer, how they're going to treat it? That's what I would like to know from you guys. You got some scratches in here that are still left. Some of those are too deep to go after, just like on this side where we did all that work, and we have those. When it's through the clear, there's only one way to get rid of that stuff, and that's to sand it down and respray the panel. My opinion, not that much of a difference. There is, standing in front of it, there's a difference. But I would stick to this section right here to be more responsible. I'm going to get the gloss meter and the paint depth gauge. Give me 1 second. Paint depth gauge, as we're over towards the area where we just did an enhancement kind of, 5.1. As we get closer to where we did the sanding, the thin's going to be clear. So I wanted to show you that. Let me get the gloss meter and show you that as well. We measured this section before correction yesterday. I think it was an 87 or an 89. And where are we at now? Close to the mid-90s. Well, guys, 98.5. Let me move it around a little bit. 98.3. 98.5. So there you go. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. The shop manager, she's ready to go home. It's getting late. I do have another video coming up on this trunk. I'm not sure if you can see that, if it's even in the view of the camera, but it looks like Wolverine was trying to get in the trunk here, like a pack of dogs was wrestling on the trunk. And that was a great comment from one of my viewers the other day. That's what the top of this looks like. It's like, how can you let it get that bad? But this is even worse down here. These are deep. I'm going to debadge this, and we'll correct this section with the rotary. We'll use the rotary to get this looking good, and I'll make a video on that as well. Then this thing, it just needs to be protected I'm gonna have to wash it again. It's really getting dusty. I'll protect it, and it's time to send this on down the road. So this has been Brian from Apex Auction Car Reconditioning. I'll catch you in the next video.